Real pleasure to be able to welcome Aman Thukral from Abbvie, Director Systems and Digital. Aman, real honor to have you on the program today. For those in the audience that aren't familiar with you, we'd love to get a 60-second background on what you do at Abbvie.
Thank you very much. Am I audible, Jerry, just to confirm?
Yes.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you very much for the opportunity to share my perspective. My name is Aman. I lead our clinical systems and digital operations at Abbvie. In this position for roughly around 9 years. I'm about to complete 9 years in November. And like I think previous presentation, we have 3 tech competency centers, site-facing, patient-facing, and internal-facing. I lead 2 tech competency centers, internal-facing applications and patient-facing applications. Based out of Chicago, which is northern suburbs, we have Abbvie headquarters. And very happy to be here, Jay.
No, wonderful to have you as part of the program. And I think essentially sort of carry on that sort of conversation that Amy and Victoria just held previously. And of course, Abbvie being, one of the major healthcare organizations, we'd love to hear a little bit more about your approach right now in your purview as to how you approach integrating clinical systems with current digital health initiatives to sort of streamline the current operations and also enhance patient care, of course.
Yeah, like as I said, I lead 2 tech competency centers. One is on the patient side and one is on the internal facing application side. Both areas have very distinct focus. On the patient side, our focus is very heavy on the patient experience, and they can easily participate and have a good comfort factor when they are on Abbvie's clinical studies. While on the internal side, we have a huge focus on productivity and efficiency enhancement. So, but end of the day, both systems and both competencies have to talk to each other in a seamless fashion. Then only I would say both stakeholders and eventually regulators will get the maximum value out of it. So what we do usually as a basic principle is to have an end in mind. Whatever technology or digital systems we are rolling out for patients, we always see how we can use this data meaningfully for submission, for analysis, or eventually for any label claim or any regulatory approval. That's how we think at it. And in last couple of years, specifically post-pandemic, there's a lot of noise in the patient category where we see a lot of newer offerings, but we have to be very pragmatic and be very mindful on where there is a maximum return on dollar, as well as we can give the best experience to our patient. End of the day, patient, when they use our technologies, they compare us to Amazon's and Netflix and some of the bigger banks, but their tech budget is in billions of dollars for one app.
Yeah.
We have like fraction of that money available because we are a pharma company. Our core competency is research and development and commercialization of the molecules, not building apps or developing apps. So that's where I think we are very, very mindful nowadays. We can't compete with the experience what others are giving, but what is the bare minimum experience we can give so that we can get the meaningful data or the evidence data for our label claim or for our endpoint data collection. That's our goal. Back to you, Jeff.
Yeah, no, of course. I think those comparisons are always going to be going to be out there that you spoke about. What innovative sort of digital health solutions have you yourself successfully implemented to sort of support those clinical trials and operations that you're currently undergoing right now?
Yeah. So what we have done in last 3 years successfully is, because of our therapeutic area mix, like we are big on immunology, big on neuro, big on aesthetics. This is a public information. Our endpoint reliance on eCOA, ePro is very high, which is a patient-facing data acquisition or patient data collection directly, and it could be from in clinic or it could be in home. So what we have done is we have wonderfully implemented a large-scale platform, and we have worked on our unit economics, and we have come up with a bare minimum experience. As a result of that, uh, you know, our data collection application for a specific study can go live in 3-4 weeks, which is like unheard in the industry nowadays. And the experience is very consistent, and the application is very intuitive, and the price also we have brought it down to significantly lower end of the portion. Now again, there was a trade-off in this implementation. We didn't go massive on very cutting-edge capabilities that are floating around, like consent or gamification or constantly engaging the patient. That's what we didn't do. So if you ask us what's our digital health technology innovation, I think commoditizing an app for patient data collection and rolling it so fast every time we need it. In 3 years, we have gone live with 120 apps, so which is a remarkable number. So as of today, around 145 applications are live. 120 have gone live in 3 years, plus 40 are in build stage. So by the end of 2025, we will have around 200 apps for these studies.
Yeah, no, that's seriously impressive. I know we're slightly coming to time here, Aman, and I know you've got lots. There's definitely lots more we can go into. But one of the issues or one of the topics that was raised or has been being put to the forefront in the last couple of discussions we've had in some of these symposia is around data management and compliance and security of data. So what are you guys doing at Abbvie right now to ensure the integrity and the security and also the compliance of clinical data while you're also leveraging all these advanced analytics that you're talking about for better health outcomes?
No, I think these are table stakes for us. So any application we roll out, the standard, these are Part 11 compliant, GPDR, and more regulations are being added nowadays. But I think in order to, I think you touched on one important element, because compliance we will always take care. And I think the data management, where we pay a lot of emphasis, as I said, always have end in the mind. How do we meaningfully collect the data what we need and take it all the way from collection to submission with the right transformation in between is the key. Now there are several aspects to it. Some data is directly in a format where it could be submitted, it could be analyzed. Now data from some digital devices are in very raw format, like a triaccelerometry data or data from some of the modern wearable devices. Then that data you need to aggregate it or derive it in the meaningful endpoint which you need for your study. So I think these are two chains we have separated. Is data directly part of the submission chain, or is data going to be derived or aggregated first for the submission element? That's the kind of innovation or the pipeline we have developed for data management.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, that's outstanding. And you know, if anybody wants to connect with Aman, who is attending today, I believe we put his LinkedIn details and details for Abbvie in the chat as well. So do try and connect with him and find out more around the digital health solutions and how Aman and his team are integrating the clinical systems with the different digital health initiatives at Abbvie to sort of streamline these different pathways and stuff. But Aman, unfortunately, we run out of time. Thank you so much for coming on the program. We really appreciate your insights, and we'll definitely have to have you back again soon.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
No,
Bye.
thanks so much.